Well, I think, we knew it was going to be hot for sure. But we also thought that favored us in terms of our fitness and our youth. I mentioned before the game to the broadcast people that our team's used to being fatigued, right? They're fatigued a lot in training and in games, and they're used to emptying their tanks. So I thought that meant on a hot day that they'd be prepared for that kind of game, even if it was a full test of their fitness and competitive will and fatigue. So, I was pleased with the overall effort. I thought we had 14 good performances, and the more that we can do that, more than anything, that'll help us win games.
You made another big decision to flip Alex and Mike on the wings there, I guess, to deal with Jack Harrison. What was the thinking there, and it seemed to work out really
well? It wasn't just to deal with Jack Harrison. It was partly how we wanted to alter our pressing, and then partly to get Mike a good matchup. We felt that going against Brandon Allen would be more beneficial than trying to go against White or Hernandez. So there were a number of factors, but in the end, I think it wound up being a decision that helped the game.
Have you seen Patrick Vieira's comments or read them or watched
I've
them?
heard about them. I haven't really watched them, and I'm not too worried about it.
Has there been any kind of aftermath between the two of you? Or
No, I haven't. I haven't spoken to him after we didn't shake hands. There hasn't been another word between us, which is fine.
What is the take of the league in those kind of instances? Where does the league ever get involved and tell you guys to tone it down, or do they?
They have not. Maybe they should. I think the Derby has a lot of energy and competitiveness, but there should also be respect. Maybe the two clubs, two teams, two coaches, whatever, have different interpretations of respect. But, we still think that they're a big rival, and we want to win those games, but we try to do it in a way that's representative of who we want to be as well. That's it, huh? One more, yeah, let's go.
Yeah, just the job by Ronald and really in that game to really do a good job. Other than the McNamara goal, they really didn't have too many chances. What was the thinking into?
Well, we've worked a lot on our back line, compressing the field and making sure that we're not leaving big gaps in our team. I think they executed that well. I think they've been I think we've put a lot of effort into our back line in the past month because we felt like in different ways they were the connection with the back line through the midfield was too loose, especially late in games. So that's not to say we're there yet. I think we need to keep making reminders. In the video session, we had a good video session today. We'll have another one tomorrow where we'll look at the back line specifically, and we'll continue to reinforce the things that we think we need to do to be successful and make sure that everybody's on the same page.
What's the plan for Sasha for the All-Star game tonight? Is there a minute count, and what's your looking ahead for Saturday?
I mean, we've recommended 45 minutes. I would think that they're only going to play him 45 minutes, but then I heard he was going to be mic'd up for the game, which made me feel like maybe they're going to play him longer, which doesn't make me so happy. But, listen, I want Sasha to go and enjoy that experience. He's earned the right to be there, and those are always special experiences in your career. And, for him to be acknowledged that way, and I think for him to go there, I mean, I saw a picture of him and Pirlo talking. I thought that was, as much as they're, our competitors, getting a chance to play with a guy like Andrea Pirlo is awesome in your career, and all the players, David Villa, all these guys, all the players Drogba, Jovinko, there's a lot of great players there, so he'll remember that. And then we'll get him back here and get him, regenerated and ready to go for Sunday against Chicago.
Damien wasn't out on the field. Was there any kind of setback or anything?
No, we're just kind of evaluating him a little bit to make sure that we're not pushing too hard, but I think he'll be okay.
Jesse, there's a couple of new faces out on the field today.
Yes, so Gege Soriola is a Nigerian center back that's here from that'll be here for a couple of weeks. Alexis Yves Meva is a Cameroonian player who was with Barcelona B. He was with Portland 2 most recently, and now he's here for a trial a little bit. So those are the two new faces.
Can you spell those names?
I think I can. Gege is Gege, Soriola, Soriola. Soria. And then Alexis Yves, like Yves Saint Laurent, although I'm not a fashion guy. Yves. Okay. Apparently Christian's not a fashion guy either.
No, I'm not.
Meva, Meva.
Okay.
So, I would think you're a fashion guy though. You look good.
You would think wrong. Sampara, he's
Yeah.
been involved a little bit
Yeah.
the past few sessions. What are you seeing from him, and is he someone that maybe come January we start to see, being
Yeah, well,
talked about a little bit?
well, I think more than anything, he knows that he hasn't gotten a lot of opportunities with the USL team. So to keep himself going, I think he's got for a young African kid, he's got a really good mentality. So he some days shows up here without even letting us know and just is like, can I train? So then on those days, a lot of days we throw him in because if he wants to be part of this and he wants to train and show what he's about, I think he's doing better. And John's trying to find opportunities for him to play a little bit more. So we like the initiative. So we've kind of thrown him out here a little bit.
Any idea when the third trialist is coming on board?
The third trialist,
And can we get a name?
yeah, we're not yet. We're not sure with that yet. So he's maybe trying to see if there's a situation for him somewhere else.
Can you talk about Derek and Tyler, the homegrown games,
Yeah.
and what you're expecting from them?
Yeah, so we were kind of urging Landon to take those two guys because we thought that with them being young guys and then to have the experience of going to the homegrown game, being part of that team amongst their peers, and frankly being coached by Landon. I think Landon's a good guy. I think that all these kids this age looked up to Landon for so many years, and his way, I think, of imparting some of his experiences and his wisdom upon some of these younger guys. It's a great thing for the league, I think, to have done this. So talking to Landon, he's been excited about it. He's kind of, the different times I've talked to him on the phone, I told him he actually sounds like a coach, which is a little scary. But so it'll be a great opportunity for those guys, I think, to go and play in that game.